아니 공무수 다링아 니능디 인기너스 케이스를 가진라나가 기자님가 첨부하시지 아니 까나니 고도배고에 계신 부시하더라 어디 인가 인기나 쉬쉬지. Hi guys, so today's video will be in English because I need to spread awareness regarding certain things, and this video will be on the Beijing Olympics 2022. Alright, so the main content of this video is why China doesn't deserve to hold the Beijing Olympics 2022. And there are lots of reasons, like there are lots of conditions that the current China doesn't uphold and are not on par to hold such great games as Olympics. Now, I won't be touching on all the points because it would be too long for this video. So I've taken up 2 points, and the first one, I've read the entire contract of a host city, and I've read the IOC's Code of Ethics, International Olympic Committee's Code of Ethics. So what I'm focusing on today is this one point which talks about human rights, and this point is being repeated throughout the contract. It is mentioned in the preamble, it is mentioned in the contract itself, especially the core requirements, and it is also mentioned in the Code of Ethics. So the context of human rights is mentioned in the preamble point O, and it leads us to IOC's International Olympic Committee's Code of Ethics. So in the Code of Ethics, the first article of the fundamental principle, so I'll be talking about this one first. In the first article's 4th point, it is said that respect for international conventions on protecting human rights insofar as they apply to the Olympic Games activities, and which ensure in particular, first, respect for human dignity, second, rejection of discrimination of any kind on whatsoever ground, be it race, color, sex, sexual orientation, language, religion, political or other opinion, national or social origin, property, birth, or other status. And the third point reads, rejection of all forms of harassment and abuse, be it physical, professional, or sexual, and any physical or mental injuries. So, the first point I'll be focusing on is this one. They say respect for human dignity and rejection of discrimination against any kind. So, what's like everyone knows how the Uyghur Muslims are suffering over there. There are concentration camps. So this is like obvious, like this is open ground discrimination based on religion. People are being converted. Even now that covered the religion thing, right? And not only Uyghur Muslims, even Tibetan Buddhism. Buddhism in Tibet is strictly under surveillance, and it is said that Tibetan officials working for Chinese government are not allowed to participate in any kind of religious activities, and aren't even allowed to see near the monasteries as well. So there's this strong discrimination against religion. And second point I would like to focus on from this point is the language. Now, Tibetan language in Tibet is being under strict surveillance, and recently I have read an article. It mentions that schools are like it's mandatory to study standard national language, and the standard national language is Mandarin. So there are lots of cases where primary schools are banned from studying their own native language. The same is here with the case of Tibetan language. There are lots of schools which were banned because they were taught in Tibetan language. They were studying Tibetan language. That's why that was the reason they were banned. And many teachers who pursue or who seek to protect and the desire to speak their own language are arrested on the ground of spreading separatism within the community. So there are such cases like that, and which I believe that it like openly violates the codes of ethic set by the International Olympic Committee. So this was the first point that I wanted to focus on. So let me go on to the second point that I wanted to talk about, and that is the flame and torch relay. So I'll be reading from this file, which the official Olympic website has provided, and it talks about what the flame or the torch relay symbolizes. So wherever it goes, the flame announces the Olympic Games and transmits a message of peace and friendship to all those it meets along the way. So let's focus on the word peace and friendship. Peace and friendship. A country such as China, the current state of China, I hardly believe that there will be, and there was in the past or in currently, in present, that they solve any issues with peace and regard anyone with friendship. So the first thing that I wanted to talk about this peaceful nature that the Olympic torch relay symbolizes is, first of all, in 1989, the Tiananmen Square massacre. So that was one of the most heartbreaking massacre ever, with the victims being just students, and that was an open massacre. So that's not a peaceful answer, I guess. And the second point that I wanted to focus on within the same point of peace and friendship is that a country that promotes peace and friendship wouldn't be the one to have the world's youngest political prisoner. Yes, I'm talking about the world's youngest political prisoner. And the world's youngest political prisoner is the Panchen Lama, the 11th Panchen Lama. He was arrested at the mere age of 6 years old. Like, can you imagine a child of 6 years old being arrested on the ground because of diplomatic issues, because there's a strong religious discrimination against the Buddhism. So Panchen Lama back then was 6 years old, and he was recognized as the reincarnation of the 10th Panchen Lama. So, and Panchen Lama is the title of the Panchen Lama is like one of the greatest Lama considered in Tibet. So the China has intervened again in religious issues, and that too by taking such a young child as a prisoner, and his whereabouts are still unknown. We still don't know where he is, how he is he even alive or not. So it's really hard to believe that such country is like holding these prestigious games as Olympics. So through this, I urge each and every one of you to please, like, there have been lots of diplomatic boycotts happening. Many countries have decided on diplomatic boycotts, and if possible, like, even for the players themselves. I know that Olympics is a great platform, it's such a big event and an important event in any player's life. But for the sake of humanity, for being a human yourself, can you like even have the heart to support such a nation that has like committed such atrocities to be the one to hold such prestigious game? So like, I believe everyone will support us in this. And this issue is not only about Tibetan issue, it's about the ethnic minorities inside China that are suffering, and most of the voices and the atrocities committed upon them are unheard because of strong censorship within China. So I believe that the China as it is right now, the current China, does not deserve and is in no way like eligible to hold such prestigious game as Olympics. So I urge everyone to share it as much as possible and let it like be heard about why China doesn't deserve to hold the Olympic unless and until they improve these points. And not only these 2 points, but there are lots of points regarding environmental issues, racial discrimination based on ethnic minorities and everything. So I urge everyone to share it as much as possible, and I hope you guys will support me in this, and not only me, support us in this endeavor. And I've put all the links in the description box below from which I have referred to. All the links I have taken from the Olympics official website, so I'll be putting those in description box below if any of you are interested in reading further upon this contracts and all that. Thank you so much for your support, and I believe that we can make changes. Thank you.